Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for a fact that makes your brain just go. 2 years from now, Chicago, all we got to do is be patient. In 2 years, you will never see one of these again, and it'll be a really good thing. I think there'll be parades. I think it'll be a holiday, a fireworks show. What else could happen? Jugglers? I don't know. Something really, what's the most special thing that can happen when you're celebrating something?
I love a good juggling show.
Yeah.
Because in college, I had to learn how to juggle. That was a lesson in a class that I took. We had the juggling unit, and I got really good at it. And it's one of those things where it's like, if you're a skateboarder, right, you appreciate good skateboarding because you know what it's like to be on a skateboard. Now that I know how to juggle a few things here and there, I really appreciate a good juggling show. Shocked
that Columbia College is having some problems with the juggling classes. It is a requirement for broadcasting degree.
Yeah, who would have thought?
Who'd have thought?
Yeah, no, it's shocking. It caught us all by surprise.
Pour one out for Columbia College, all its great graduates.
Yeah, just cutting all these classes. It's unbelievable.
Case guessed blimps, that we won't see blimps anymore in 2 years. They're just taking up too much space in the sky all the time. They're blocking out the sun.
That's the thing. Yeah, you know me and my views. I got to have a good view.
That's incorrect. And I got to say, a lot of people are up on the news because a lot of people guessed this correctly. In 2 years, we won't see rats anymore in Chicago. Now, how do you say that? We've been trying to get rid of the rat problem. We have, for 10 years, been the, quote, rattiest city in America. And I see rats often living in the city, in the alleyway. Now, what they've done in my neighborhood, and they did this years ago, is they released feral cats to go out there, and they either eat or scare away the rats. Feral cats, man, they walk down the alley, and I walk out there and go, sup, and they nod their head back to me, sup, with their baseball head on crooked. And just, they're so tough. And I love it that they're there patrolling the alley. I don't see any rats anymore because of the feral cats that live in the neighborhood. But that's not doing enough. They can't do the whole entire area. Otherwise, the feral cats will get together and go, why don't we just take over this city and run it? These people, when there's 10,000 feral rats out there, you'll have a feral rat mayor eventually.
Do you feel like, and you've seen some things in your lifetime, you've been on this earth for a minute. Do you feel like rats have gotten bigger over the span of your life? Because the rats I see now, humongous.
Oh, yeah. There was a rat 6'4" and 1/4" the other day when I was getting my car in our alley.
Was that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar
Yeah,
or a rat?
He said, looked at me and he goes like, have a nice day. I'm letting you go. Now, here's the reason why we won't see them anymore. Because there's a new approach to getting rid of rats besides feral cats and all the pesticides and everything. It's rat birth control.
Oh.
Rat birth control. So the Wicker Park Bucktown Chamber of Commerce is sponsoring a more humane pilot program to try to get rid of the rat population. So apparently you can do this with rats and it makes them infertile. Cottonseed oil, which is safe generally. Someone actually instantly asked, well, what about my dog? If he goes there and there's these traps set up with cottonseed oil, what will it do to my dog? And they said the dog would have to eat its size and weight to hurt the dog.
Wow.
But with a rat, it instantly makes them infertile. This is a stunning statistic. I hope this works. 2 rodents can become 15,000 in 1 year. That's a lot of rats.
I said this yesterday when we were talking about just the span of history and the fact that it's amazing we're alive. Take every day as a blessing. It's so amazing that we're all alive when 2 rats can become 15,000 in a year. The fact that we haven't been overtaken by rats is a blessing, and we need to all change our perspective to reflect that.
Or the feral cats, for that matter.
Yeah, or the feral cats.
What if the rats and the feral cats signed a treaty, and they said, why don't we take over everything? Think about that on a Wednesday morning here for a minute.
You know, it's essentially what happened with John Cena and The Rock recently. You know, they were rivals, and they're like, what if we teamed up? Sorry to bring wrestling into this.
No, it was a good way to work it in.
But, oh my God, what a terrifying thought process.
So I did the numbers when I saw that, and a typical rat litter can be 6 to 18 pups. The rat babies are called pups, which sounds cute, and rats aren't cute.
Yeah, but they're a dirty rat.
They're a dirty rat. And then a rat lives. The reason I said 2 years is because the rat lifespan is 1 to 2 years. One rat can live that long. So when you're looking at it that way, in 2 years with birth control, should be wiped out completely. No more rats in Chicago. All gone. I would love that day to come because I don't know the purpose. I know someone's going to text in and say they eat like 80 spiders a day.
That's what I'm wondering is how that affects the animal kingdom, the ecosystem, the food chain, all these things that I heard in 7th grade science class.
Yeah.
Hey, on the surface, I love the idea of getting rid of a rat. I'm just not sure that it's the right thing to do.
Well, I remember hearing about bats. I don't know what bats do, but they eat something like 10,000 spiders a day. And so we'd be overrun by spiders if there weren't bats. Rats, I don't know what they do. I don't see the benefit. Should I just Google that real quick? What's the benefit of a rat? It's
going to be Brian's last Google search. A rat's going to come out of the computer and kill him.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Well, with the storms this morning, it's been a rough one for most of you out there as we talked about the traffic situations, a lot of hour-plus delays on the tri-state, on the Ike going inbound. And you may have wondered, so far with the show at 6:46 was just me and Case until now, because she has arrived.
Shut up.
Kenzie's here.
I did my best.
Describe
and
the
that's
situation.
all I can do.
Describe getting in from Elgin today to downtown with the
So
storm.
the funny thing is, in Elgin, the storm started earlier. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes into downtown. So a lot of times when I'm texting you guys at night and you're like, oh, the weather's bad. I'm like, oh, it was bad like an hour or two ago for me. But when I'm driving into it, it just stayed with me. It was like I drug it from the back of my car into the city. So I drove the whole time with that. And then here's the kicker. I get to the studio and there's a lot of power issues right now, right? And the garage doors are broken to get into the building, because the power went out.
Oh, damn. You've been sitting outside for a while?
So I had to sit outside.
Least sympathetic thing I've ever heard.
And then I was calling the building because I'm like, I don't know. This is Chicago. It's not like I'll just leave my car right here. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And so I'm calling the building, and they had to send somebody down, and I think he took his time probably because the elevator's not working, and he had to open the garage door manually.
Oh, boy.
And then get the gate open. Because then the gate, you know when the garage door opens, then there's that little whoop, you're welcome gate. Well, that wouldn't go up either. So it was it was unbelievable.
Now, just so people know, we don't have the garage door opener in the studio. Like, we can open it 7 floors down to open the door for Kenzie.
No.
That'd have been cool. That'd be
We
pretty
obviously
awesome.
need one now that we can predict these things.
So basically, the storm that's going through downtown now that got you here finally was kind of like the snow cloud that follows Olaf and Frozen. The storm was just guiding you all the way from Elgin
That's
all
how
the way
it felt. It felt, I took it personally. I'm like, leave me alone.
Well, as you can attest, it is really bad out there on the roads.
Yeah.
Hopefully it moves through in the next hour or so, but it's going to be on and off all day and almost 70 with the tornado watch stuff later on, which is always welcome to the afternoon. Hey, tornado watch. All right.
Gonna totally mess with the nap time for the baby.
Oh, boy. Well,
This is just a day.
coming up in sports. Thank you. We're so glad you're here, Kenzie.
Thank you.
All right, glad you made it.
It's an honor.
You didn't stop bringing us any food, did you? I don't see any bags of food over there.
No, I didn't stop and get you food as I was fighting for my life.
That's a shame.
That is too bad.
Yeah, McDonald's sounds pretty good right now.
Yeah.
I can go out.
You could have collected yourself in the chaos and went to a drive-thru. Would have been cool.
45 minutes late. Why not make it 50? What's the difference at that point?
Amen. Why'd I even come?
All right, so coming up, our Cubs broadcast is 2 days away. We have to talk about the Cubs last night. Something amazing going on with your Chicago Cubs, White Sox, and Bulls clinched a playoff spot. We'll get to that as well. After Green Day, Brian and Kenzie, Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101. You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Klash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin. Q101.
Let's go. Exciting. So Big Al in Hickory Hills checking in. He's got a shot. Big Al, we got faith in you. Tell us something about yourself. Ahoy.
Not much, man. Just getting ready to work at the cemetery today.
Oh, you work at a cemetery in Hickory Hills, I assume?
No, it's in the western suburbs. It's kind of a big chain, though.
Got it. A
What do
chain?
you do? Whoa, chain?
A
Is
cha-
a big
wait,
chain?
wait, yeah, there's chains of cemeteries?
Oh, yeah. Some of them fall under like a big umbrella.
Do some have drive-thrus?
That's the sketchiest thing I've ever heard.
Just like an organization, you know.
Okay.
What do you do?
Yeah. I mean, I'm in a training program for like a supervision, so overseeing the burying of people.
Wow.
Why did they get out of hand sometimes?
Just a bit, yeah, you know.
Rowdy crew.
Yeah.
I know families can get really, and they should be, this is a very sensitive subject, but picky about what they're wearing and like jewelry they have on in the coffin. I imagine, have you seen any fights over that before?
No. When they come to us, we're getting ready just to put them in the ground or in the wall. You know?
Just make sure that they stay dead. You know what I'm saying? He's
all of that stuff's already done.
Did you catch that industry term? When they come to us, we're either putting them in the ground or the wall in the crypt.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I want one of those cool like mausoleum things. I want an above ground
Yeah, I think that's the wall.
visitation. You go through the door. It's awesome.
Like in Ozark when they hid the money in that one?
Yeah, they got some nice ones. Look at New Orleans. Give me some more warm, you know.
I wouldn't mind then to have a video game console set up so people can play video games while they visit me.
Oh, big recliner.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
A Lazy Boy sponsorship at your tomb.
A mini fridge.
Oh, my God. Kick back. Have a good time.
Yours would be dirty. Old food in there, nasty.
A mini fridge full of Red Bulls while you visit me.
If that damn pallet of Playboys ends up in that stupid crypt, I would be livid.
Well, now we're getting somewhere. That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Gross.
How much does a mausoleum cost?
We'll find out. We'll find out.
I need to just give me a ballpark
No, is that the
number.
first question of trivia?
I don't know how to spell mausoleum, so I can't Google it.
Big Al, just
looking it
a
up.
rough number. How much does one of those mausoleums cost? People can go inside and see you.
I mean, something that you're talking about like that's a lot of money. We were talking several $100,000 probably.
Several $100,000.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about land, a big structure made out of granite, perpetual care sort of stuff. It's a lot that goes into that.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Not to
AI
mention the Red Bull
overview.
and the Lazy Boy.
AI says a few $1,000s for a single crypt at a public mausoleum to hundreds of thousands or even millions for a large private walk-in mausoleum.
Yeah, the one you're talking about might be like maybe like 8,000 a person, something like that.
Yeah. And you know Kenzie's going to want a glow ball in there or
It's
something like
gonna
that.
be-
It's
the
like,
add-ons are going to be unreal.
I want a disco ball.
yeah, disco ball. All right, let's get to you getting to something special, and we appreciate all you do. So this is Klash with Kenzie for the guaranteed entry. First one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same with you. Call heads or tails, Big Al.
Tails.
It is tails. All right, Big Al, here we go. Question number 1. What color symbolizes hardiness and valor on the American flag? Which color? Give me a color, Big Al. You said red. Red is right.
Yeah.
There you go. Good job, Big Al. Kenzie, what holiday takes place every June 14th, your birthday?
What?
Isn't that your birthday? June 14th?
No.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was.
And then you threw me off because there is a holiday near my birthday.
Well,
So
July
that's messed
4th,
up.
Independence Day.
That's
I thought
right.
maybe.
No,
That's
it's
what
on
it was.
it.
Yeah.
Can it? Okay, just let me answer this question first.
What holiday takes place every June 14th?
That's it's one of the weird ones. It's like Flag Day.
Yes, because I was talking
Yeah.
about flags. There you go. Flag Day. Good job. Back to Big Al.
Correct?
It's actually Donald Trump's birthday too.
Wow.
I didn't know if you know that.
Didn't. Now we
That's
know.
how you know it. Because I'm like, that's weird. Whatever.
Big Al, what is the most common birthday month in the United States? Which month has the most birthdays?
September.
September's right. Good job. Nice.
Wife's birthday.
There you go.
Gotta remember the wife's birthday.
Got to.
Kenzie, what U.S. city shares a name with a brand of cream cheese?
Philadelphia?
Philadelphia's right.
Nailed it.
God, it just seems like a trick.
Back to Big Al.
That's
what,
right.
What number did Derrick Rose wear for the Bulls?
Number 1.
Number 1 is right. Good job, Big Al, rolling through this. Kenzie, other than Duke, which you named yesterday, name one of the 4 remaining men's teams in March Madness. So not Duke. So there's 3 more.
Kentucky.
Kentucky is not right. Big Al, do you know one?
You said the Final Four?
The Final 4. So other than Duke, give me another one.
Florida?
Florida's right. Good job, Big Al's got 4.
Florida who?
Kenzie's
I don't know. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't even know if he said it right.
Kenzie, the Florida Wolverines.
I'm just throwing out states. I said Kentucky. I had no idea.
Okay, and finally, Big Al can win with this one?
That's right. 4-2. It's back to Al. He can win with a correct answer.
All right, Big Al, here we go. What show featured a mysterious host named Rod Serling telling stories of a weird dimension in time? What TV show was that?
Twilight Zone?
Twilight Zone's right. Good job. You won, Big Al. You are going.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for Head to Headlines. We take the funniest headlines of the week and we narrow it down to two. And then you vote on what story you want to hear us break down at 312-591-8300 just by texting headline 1 or headline 2. Then we'll break it down. The kicker is we'll never talk about the other story again. Let's get right to the headlines. You decide the content. Headline number 1. I have a feeling this is going to be a landslide of a headline. That's just my guess right now. But headline number 1. Babysitter finds man under bed after child complains of, quote, monster under bed.
Oh, my God.
That's just scary. Wow, what a story. So if you like that headline, want to hear more about that story, headline number 1. I know, right?
God,
Creepy.
now I'm never going to want to check under Tristan's bed again.
Actually, you should do the opposite. Shouldn't you check all the time to make sure there's not?
I don't know. He would be like, I saw something. I'm like, good luck. I don't want to look. I don't know. You should get out of there.
You really shouldn't sleep here.
I don't know. You heard something? Let's bounce, bro.
Just throw him a steak knife and say good luck.
God, God, that's the creepiest thing. When your kids get scared of something and they're like, I swear I heard something. I'm like, why are you freaking me out? What did you hear? What did you hear? Did you hear a conversation? What the hell, man?
You're like,
I hate that.
You're like, I was sleeping.
What do you mean you heard? What did you see? You saw somebody walking around? Jesus.
And there is Kenzie's protective heart over her children.
Motherly instincts.
It's so scary.
All right, headline number 2 is, and this is a doozy, by the way, New Jersey police chief accused of pooping by desks and spiking coffee with Viagra.
Is that all?
That's it.
Okay.
Well, listen, we don't know.
I thought it was going to be, I'm sorry. I thought it was like, because, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
The because is in the story, so if you want to hear more on that story, text in headline number 2 right now. Do that. So 312-591-8300. Headline 2 again. New Jersey police chief accused of pooping by desks, spiking coffee with Viagra. You decide the content right now with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Head to headlines. We gave you 2, and you decide the content. These are the funniest headlines of the week. We narrowed down the 2 to make it easy for you. And let's go through them again real quick before we give you the winner. Headline number 1. Babysitter finds man under bed after child complains of monster. Kenzie says, you're on your own, kid.
God, that's just the worst.
That is a terrifying.
Look under my bed. No, what the hell?
And headline number 2 was, New Jersey police chief accused of pooping by desks, spiking coffee with Viagra. No, that's it. They put a comma, and there's nothing. It's kind of like a cliffhanger.
That guy made it to chief. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he made it all the way to the top.
Well, you know what? You're going to find out the whole story, Kenzie, because that won by a landslide on the text line. Headline number 2. So let's just get right into it because there's a lot here to unpack. And let me tell you something. The end is the funniest part of the story, so stay with us on this journey. But the other stuff, like the poop thing, is nothing. That's nothing.
Merely anecdotal.
Yeah, let's get into this.
He's not even in trouble for it.
No, I think they would have let that one slide. So New Jersey police chief is accused of defecating by desks, spiking officers' coffee with Viagra, and other harassment. To me, they buried the lead with other harassment when you see what else happened here.
All right.
North Bergen Police Department Chief Robert Farley. What a great police chief name.
No kidding.
He was sworn in February 2024. So he had a year to just be okay. And he couldn't do it.
To just be okay.
Just be a police chief. So he's the subject of a complaint by 5 officers who are planning to sue the township for Farley's alleged retaliation, harassment. Let's just get into what that is. This is according to NJ.com. The complaint alleges a hostile work environment that included juvenile pranks, like putting firecrackers under chairs.
No, that's funny.
That's pretty funny. This guy was elected or put up to be police chief.
That's what I meant. This guy made it to the top, baby.
And in the first year, he put firecrackers under people's chairs. And that was just the
tip of the iceberg.
Tip of the iceberg. The acts bordered on criminal, like dosing an officer's coffee with drugs like Viagra and Adderall.
Wow.
Yikes.
Do you think they were drugs that were confiscated from people that he then used to prank?
Mm-hmm. More
His
than
own
likely.
staff?
Yeah.
Sounds like a guy that doesn't buy Viagra or Adderall at all. And then one more thing he was accused of. Kenzie, this is the headline
the
being
thing?
buried. Jabbing a needle into another officer's penis.
What? How was he so near the penis to get a needle into it?
That is certainly a amazing journalistic question on this one that we don't have the answer to. Because I will tell you the story doesn't tell you how that happened.
Did he?
And what kind of needle?
And did he why?
I'm with you guys on all these questions.
Was it like a syringe?
It was a needle, so I don't think it was a sewing
like a
needle.
Sewing needle or like a drug needle?
A sewing needle sounds so painful.
I noticed you have a tear right by your zipper in your pants. Let me sew that up for you. Boink! Right in the penis.
Oh my God. That's horrible.
It's terrible. It does give a little explanation on it. He claims, okay, here's the story, Kenzie.
Oh, okay, here we go. Obviously, he wasn't to blame.
That officer claims Farley chased him around the office and cornered him before sticking a hypodermic needle through his jeans into the tip of his penis.
Okay, I thought the story was going to explain why he felt the need to stick a needle in his penis. That's just a play-by-play. Huh.
Is there an answer that would satisfy you?
I don't know that he was being attacked, and he was like, that bing.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I'm surprised.
Because it gets worse. It gets worse.
Okay, please continue.
Actually, there's nothing worse than that. There's nothing worse than that right there, getting a needle in your penis.
In the tip, mind you.
Oh,
Ugh,
just the tip.
Just the tip. I thought it might have gone through the shaft part, but it went through the tip.
No. So another officer claimed he would also shave and put his body hair on people and their food.
What?
This guy was a wild man.
That's worse. I'm sorry. Imagine accidentally eating someone's pubic hair.
Oh. Well, it was body hair, so it could have been like chest hair or
well,
back
that's your
hair.
body.
Yeah, but it could be also like I have the tramp stamp mustache above my butt. It could be that
I
hair.
hate that.
That makes
the
it
back
better?
vagina. You
Yeah.
have a back vagina. I hate those.
Vagina.
I hate when guys have back vaginas.
He was also accused of making inappropriate comments. Seems light on the list.
You're kidding.
Here's the kicker at the end of the story. The complaint said the abusive behavior began the second Farley, a 26-year veteran of the department whose father and grandfather were deputy chiefs, was appointed the top job.
No one can fire me now.
26 years, no one saw even that behavior to say he wouldn't make a good police chief? All of a sudden, how do you go 26 years and then just ramp up to fireworks and needles and penises?
What a
You know
great
what's-
question, Brian.
You know what's terrifying is what was he doing when he was like arresting people or giving people tickets? Imagine his behavior outside of the office, which is this man probably walks around with a gun.
Well, he does have a gun.
That's scary.
I think his record's probably impeccable in giving out tickets.
It does raise the question, what is he doing with the gun?
I know.
Sounds like he was pretty orderly and a fine officer.
That's right. No, salt of the earth.
He got all his
Officer
tomfoolery out.
gentleman over here.
He did everything to his guys in the office, and that's why he was a good officer outside the office.
That's true. It was only cop on cop crime. That's a very good point.
I would check his basement and make sure there's not people in it.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
We just read the story and had the headlines, and the headline was a New Jersey police chief accused of pooping on desks and spiking coffee with Viagra. But once we got in the story, we realized there was a whole bunch more to that of him, well, doing this to somebody, boink, right in the penis. Chasing a guy with a hypodermic needle and then boink, right in the penis. Boink, right in the penis.
Do it one more time.
Oh, just one more for you? Boink, right in the penis. All right, there you go. And also putting firecrackers under desks. Led to a lot of text that were amazing coming in. Ivan says, this guy watched too much Jackass. I just thought he was part of the show. It really was like Johnny Knoxville was the police chief of this
He
New
probably
Jersey
thought
town.
that he was helping everybody live out their dreams. Like, we all wanted to be on Jackass, right?
Come on, guys. Come on. You know.
I don't understand how he did this for 26 years, and then they appoint him police chief, and then he just goes bonkers and decides to do, whatever he wants. Boink! Right in the penis. Really weird. Rob checked in and said, all I'm saying is cops carry guns, and mine would have been used long before anyone cornered me and tried to stick me a needle in my penis. Boink! Right in the penis. Oh, my
Would you,
God.
if somebody, this is a question for you guys, because I don't have a penis. So if
Okay.
somebody was chasing you with a needle and they were going to shove it in your penis, would you shoot them if you had a gun?
Oh, 100%.
For sure. Without hesitation.
I mean, are they yelling at me, I'm going to stick this in your penis?
Do we know they're going to stick us?
Or are they just chasing me with a needle?
Or maybe they're just chasing you with a needle. Just because if I'm coming at it from this guy, would you shoot him?
It's a tough call because he's chasing me with a needle. The odds of it getting to my penis
Are so low.
Right.
It's the last place.
Especially if you have pants on. You're like, my penis is completely safe in here.
And he was
Boink! Right in the penis.
He was wearing jeans. Like that was mentioned in the story. The needle went through the jeans.
It was packed away tightly.
Oh my God, the denim, the dungarees.
That's hard to get through there.
No kidding.
Boink! Right in the penis.
Case, would you shoot somebody if they were going to shove a needle in your penis?
So I'm sort of a non-violence guy, but if somebody was
And that's why this question's interesting.
but this is the interesting wrinkle. I think I would have to shoot them if they were going to stick me in my penis with a needle.
Connor texted in and said he would be very, very dead.
Boink! Right in the penis.
Can you do, Rob on the text line is requesting a boink right in the penis Disturbed collab. Do you think that's something you could pull off?
With this clip?
Yeah.
Boink!
short.
Right in the penis.
That's it.
That'd be it. It'd be over.
Done. Nailed it.
There we go.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.